Hi everyone, it's Muriel, and I'm here to show you some Gatsby flowers that I created after watching the flowers that Laura made over at Therobnlaura. Hi Laura! So when I saw your video, the bell went off and I thought, oh yeah, I forgot about those flowers. I had made maybe one or two. I was watching Bonnie's channel and she had created some, so I made one or two, and it's been months and months since then. But when I saw your video, I was inspired to kind of pull out some goodies that I had. So I just got brushed up on a couple of videos where everyone has a different take on how to create it, and then I thought I would make some myself. So I made 6 that you can see here, and I use some very fine bead trim or beads that I had in my stash. I think I bought these once at a Goodwill. So, and these are the really fine ones. And then I used one from this bag here. These were given to me by Marlene, and right before she had taken a break from making some videos after her dog passed, she had scored on so many spools of beads, and she sent me these here. So I have several colors. Every time I'm looking for a particular color, I go to this bag and it's there. And then Beady Bonbon in a rack had sent me a pack. So I used kind of one out of each one of these. So let me show them to you. I used a combination of tulle, seam binding, ribbons, lace, and Jesse James beads. I have had these 3 packs of seam binding for over 3 years. I bought them from a seller on Etsy many years ago when I first started doing videos, and this is the first time I'm using them. They were beige, khaki, and tan. Really nice seam binding. I like the tags. I like the presentation that he or she, because I don't recall, put on there, and it's a lot because I've used them on these flowers, and every time I used maybe 3 strips, long pieces of the seam binding on each flower. So, and I still have enough. So here is one that I used the tan seam binding with, and you can see the bead strands. The beads in the center are all Jesse James. These are the ones that I picked up in those little packs from Tuesday morning. And the tulle was originally white, and I cut it in strips and I sprayed it with some Lindy's, I think it's clam bake spray. So I got the seam binding to match. And then after I made this one, I realized that I had some tulle, I realized that I had some tulle that was in that color, so I didn't need to spray it anymore. So that was one. So here's the second one where I had the tulle that was already of that color. And again, the Jesse James beads. This seam binding is beige. And I also used some ribbon. I had some beautiful ribbon that I purchased from Rosanna over at Creative Zoe. She had did a destash of some trims, and I used them on this flower and on the pink flower. Okay, so that's the second one. Here is a cute bubblegum pink one. Okay, and I use some lace from my stash, Jesse James beads. I believe this seam binding here is really curly. I think Tammy had gifted me some seam binding. I know I tried one time to do some and wasn't successful making it crinkly. So here's some pink tulle that I had in my stash, and the very fine skinny pink bead trim. And then I made a black one. And this again also has ribbon and tulle and seam binding and lace with the Jesse James beads. And it's really wide and fun. These are really fun to make. And this one here is with the beige trim. And I used some white beads gifted to me by Elizabeth over at Beady Bonbon. Okay, and then the last one is a peach color. So this pearls, these beads here were from the pack that I got from Marlene. Okay, and if you have Jesse James beads, if you've picked them up at Tuesday morning, those are really perfect because I just poured them all out and I ended up having a coordinating color that really matched. So those are what I used. So those are my flowers. Thank you so much, Laura, for inspiring me. And then I wanted to show you, guys, my next little small project. I'm just doing little things that I can just do, finish, and move on. Is I want to alter some jewelry. Now, I have in the past, and I've showed these. This is a Butterbee scrap butterfly that I put some Jolie Boutique bling on. And here's another one. Okay, and then this one here was a Art Eye cake charm, and I just took some bead like string and just kind of went around in a circle and created that, and I kind of got that idea from Roxy, and I just put some glue in there. So that's a beautiful piece of, you know, embellishment as well. So now what I want to do is I have this piece here that I picked up at Michael's a couple weeks ago. It was a Soul As Is piece, and one of the centers was missing. But in my stash I have this beautiful, like a crystal flower that I purchased at one of my scrapbook conventions, and that's what I'm going to put some E6000, and I'm going to place that in the center there. And then these pieces here I'm going to try to enhance. This is a earring. Now the other day I used some orange seed beads on it. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to use some of these micro beads that I have. I got these for like $12 or $15 at Michael's one time. I ended up buying 2 packs. And then this piece here, silver bead, because it has a hole in it, that I got from Michael's. I'm going to see what I can do with that. Another brown print wood look. This piece here from my junk jewelry bag. And this silver piece here. And this is almost like a scarf clip, I think. So I'm going to just put a combination of beads and flowers and little parts. I picked up a pack of let me see if I can find it. I thought it was right behind me, from, what's it called, Mod Podge. Let's see here. Yes, I picked this up at Michael's yesterday. Me and my daughter ran in there. We had some time to kill. These are designer charms, but it has some really cool, like some coins, some watch pieces. There's some little butterflies, whatnot, and then some crowns. So these are definitely used to, as you can see, to create your own charms. So I'm going to use some of those and whatever other little trinkets I can find, and then I'll be back and show you what they look like. So thanks again for watching, and again, Laura, thank you for inspiring me with these Gatsby flowers. Yours were simply beautiful. I just wanted to take a different direction and make some different colors, because I think I have, like I said, 2 white ones already that I have not used, so I thought I would do a spin and do some different colors. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.